What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Corey, your Autobot, and I'm here today bringing you guys a brand new video. Today, guys, I'm bringing you guys an updated sniping tips video. Now, I made one on the release date of this game, and a few things have changed since then, and I'm going to talk about them. So, first off, the classes really haven't changed. You're going to want to be using the Car 98 or the M1903 in my own honest opinion, and the attachments are going to be extended mag and rapid fire, like always. And then if you decide that you want to run something different, like Hustle or Lookout, you just drop FMJ and you just go with extended mag and rapid fire. If you're using primed, I'd highly recommend FMJ over everything. And there's a reason why I would say FMJ over ballistic calibration and stuff like that. Because I have been using ballistic calibration since they released the patch that removed the ability for snipers to go to exact center when they zoom in. Now, that is something that I really wanted to talk about for this, especially. In previous Call of Duty games, that has never been considered a bug. The center of your sniper scope was always at 0-0 or exact center. And that is sort of where this game went wrong when they removed that. When they removed that, they basically made it so people would have to start using ballistic calibration more to keep their weapon from swaying around so much. Now, I went and watched 9live's video on a certain subject, and I'm going to link it down below for you guys to go check it out, because I would highly urge you guys to check it out. And this is sort of where I'm coming from with a lot of the stuff that I'm going to say in this video. And this is sort of why I say don't use ballistic calibration. Now, he's someone that uses ballistic calibration, and he snipes on a relatively low sensitivity. Like, I'm talking like he snipes on like 6. So, that's relatively low. I mean, it's still quick enough that you can get some quick shots off, which is fine. And I mean, that's all based on his personal preference, and your sensitivity, like I said, guys, is your personal preference. I currently play on 9.9. I jump around from 8 and 9, somewhere in that range. Sometimes I go up to 10, sometimes I drop to 7, but it depends on how I'm playing. With what he had said, is that with the sniper's not going to exact center, it makes it harder for you to line up your shot. Now, I've noticed this, and after I switched back to FMJ, I noticed something was off about the ballistic calibration. Ballistic calibration may reduce the sway on your weapon, physically and like aesthetically, but what it actually does is it tricks your bullet to going to exact center when you're ADS. Now, you guys know when you're sitting like I am right now, this is 100 bullet spread. The second you do this, it goes to 0-0. And with it going to 0-0, that means, with the bullet spread going to 0, that means the bullet's going to go wherever the scope is pointing. However, ballistic calibration is supposed to make it so there's less sway, so your bullet goes closer to 0-0. Or your scope stays closer to 0-0. Now, the issue with that is, with that bug that with that quote-unquote bug that they fixed, when you add ballistic calibration, it makes your bullet go exact center of your screen. It does not matter where your scope is. And I will actually, if you guys go watch the video down below, you guys will see that. Or, actually, you know what, better yet, I'll put a screenshot right here for you guys to see that. If you guys can see in the screenshot where his sniper scope is, and where that little red circle is, the red circle is where his bullet went, is where his exact center is, and that's where his bullet went. But you can see where he's aimed. So, you guys can sort of see where the issue lies, that he uses ballistic calibration. Now, I took ballistic calibration off my sniper and decided to test this out myself, and I have noticed that I'm a lot more accurate without ballistic calibration, for the simple fact that when I snipe, I always go by where the scope is aiming. And with the scope, you know, being lined up with my target, that would mean my bullets would connect more often, and that's actually the case. I find I'm connecting on a lot more shots because I'm actually able to rely on my scope as opposed to trying to guess where 0-0 is. I mean, yes, 0-0 is quite easy to find in the grand scheme of things, but when you are using a weapon with a scope, you're more apt to trust where the scope is, and, you know, sort of trust the judgment of the game and the scope and stuff like that to show you where your bullet's going to go. You know, so if I'm scoping in like this, well, my bullet's going to hit that thing a wire. Oh, I'm going to shoot at this guy, well, now I can hit him, right? You know, that's the sort of thing that you that your scope basically shows you. But when you're using ballistic calibration, that goes all out the window, and you're relying more on a guessing game if your scope isn't like I guess you're relying more on a guessing game of if your bullet's gonna hit or not. Because it doesn't matter if your scope is on the person or not, it will not hit them if they are not at if their hitbox is not in 0-0. Which is sort of the issue that this game has now that they removed that exact center bug. So this is sort of where I'm coming from with this, and why I'm saying, you know, avoid using ballistic calibration until they fix it, because that is a huge issue. Ballistic calibration is meant to make your weapon more accurate and easier to use, and reducing the sway. But at the end of the day, it's actually just making it less accurate because you're not using the scope to hit your target now. You're more or less just guessing. I mean, if you're one of those people that have, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like the hip shot dot or whatever, and you put it, it's like a little suction cup, you put it on your screen, and put the red dot on your screen. If you're one of those people, and you're using one of them, oh fuck, you're set. Just make sure that's on the person when you shoot, and you're gonna hit them. That is exactly how it will work. But, you know, I've grown to trusting where my scope is and using that as my target. And that is sort of where Michael and the guys over at Sledgehammer fucked up with this game now, by doing that little patch. So, I mean, I know a lot of you guys that have watched my last video relied on the class setups that I use, because I know I have a couple subs who said, oh, I switched to ballistic calibration when they did the patch, which I did too. But I'm telling you, for those of you guys that will actually listen to me, don't use ballistic calibration. Unless you're good with ballistic calibration and you can hit your shots consistently with it, stick with it. But if you guys are having trouble like I was with that little bug, I'd urge you to switch to FMJ or just switch to Hustle. Just don't use ballistic calibration, just for that simple fact. And I can guarantee that you guys will actually hit more shots. So, that is all for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. It's been your boy Corey, or Autobot, and I'm out. Peace.